got it. See my jewels, shining, shining. White diamonds, Miley Cyrus. Private jet, private pilot. Look at me, stylish, stylish. Masterpiece, body, body. Young, hey, I don't know no better. I'm on this every day. You cannot run with me, boy. I'm a heavyweight. Baby, I know what's coming. I could barely wait. And when it was on, they wanted me gone, boy. I'm here to stay. Stop calling me little bro. I got mileage on me. Walked in with the whole team, and we riding on him. More action and no talk. I went quiet on him. Walked in with the whole team, and we riding on him. Hey, couple of bins up in my pocket.
The NFL is on EA Sports, and we are in Silicon Valley at Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara. The scene a short time ago, this crowd, they love their 49ers, and they were in full roar as their guys burst out of the locker room, and we're ready for football as the 49ers get set to do battle with the Seattle Seahawks. Set to return, here's Raheem Mostert. And he'll get it. Play action, Garoppolo. And he'll lay out and pull it in. What a diving catch there. He'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play at second down.
Second and 9 at the 23-yard.
They'll run for the first time with Raheem Mostert. Broke a tackle, but not much room there ultimately. Just up past the 25 and no further. Give him 3 yards, and now they're left needing a conversion here on 3rd and 6.
3rd and 6.
From the gun, a run with Mostert. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 3rd and medium, they opted to run instead of pass, and it worked. First down. This is Mostert. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Same exact result as last play, a pickup of 11. So back-to-back big runs, picking apart this defense on the opening drive.
I thought this was a passing league. I thought this was the era we were in where the ball was always in the air, right?
They didn't get the memo.
And they didn't get the memo, and I know this to be true. Offensive linemen still, to this day, they want to run the football. They want to fire out and hit people across the line of scrimmage, and they're clearing space.
15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
They'll run for the first time with Tevin Coleman. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go. Flush to his right. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Down and goal to go.
Here's Mostert. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. He'll get 2 out of that run, and it's going to bring up a 2nd and goal. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
One more time with Mostert. And across the chalk into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. An 8-yard touchdown run. And the 49ers drive right down the field and score on the opening drive. and the 49ers grab a 7-0 lead.
Makes the score Niners 7, Seahawks nothing.
After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. And they will not get a chance. Chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Yard line.
Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. He'll throw from the gun. Oh, he's going to air it out right away. It got his man complete.
Wilson's.
And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. It's nearly a 40-yard gain on the opening play of the quarter. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. Escaping the pressure right. Out to the right, he gets it to Lockett. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5.
Ball carrier.
Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air.
Flushed out right. And this is going to be intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. How about the big boys snagging one? You don't see that every week.
No, you don't, but a lot of them are just reliving their old dreams, going back to when they were in youth football and in high school. They didn't always play defensive line. Some of them actually handled the football, and you can see the flashback when he grabbed that one.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Garoppolo going to bring the Niners up here 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. He'll look to Mostert to start things out. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. It was Jamal Adams up from his safety spot to make the play behind the line. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Jordan Brooks coming in hard that time on the blitz, and he gets him down. It's a loss of 4. That last sack, it puts Garoppolo and the 49ers in a tough spot. They face a 3rd and long. 2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game.
Here we go.
We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll pay a visit to Jonathan Coachman. He's in Orlando, and he'll have our EA Sports halftime report. On 3rd and long, it's Garoppolo. Open man is Ayuk, complete. And he is going to have a 49ers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. How about that? They weathered the storm of a 3rd and 17 to pick up the first. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play.
Here we go, here we go.
They fake the give. Now Garoppolo looks to throw. They're trying for Ayuk, but it's intercepted. Trey Flowers picks it. And they will finally put it into the return, but not until he takes it back all the way inside the 10-yard line.
Sets up
before we came up to the booth, last thing he said as we were walking off the field, want to play mistake-free football. Well, that just went out the window there with a pick.
And you remember what you said to me when we were walking up to the booth after he said that? You're like, oh, fatal last words. Every time we hear that, things tend to fall apart a little bit, and that's what we saw there. Didn't get enough on that throw, and it turned into an interception.
Second and goal at the 49ers' 6-yard line.
Another try for Penny. It'll be a gain of 5, and it's going to set up a 3rd and goal. Now a timeout called for by the defense as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. They'll run for it and hide. And he's across the chalk into the end zone. Touchdown, Seahawks. Carlos Hyde taking it in. And the Seahawks just an extra point away from tying this thing up. That extra point up and through by Myers. And that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime.
Michael Dixon to kick off.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
48-yard line.
On 1st and 10, it's Mostert. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Raheem Mostert, the ball carrier.
Here's Mostert. And some room to roam now. The 20. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. A gain of 28 yards there and give him the 1st down.
18-yard line.
Inside the red zone, it's Garoppolo. Back of the end zone, could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
Back to the air on 2nd, it's Garoppolo. And it'll be intercepted. Trey Flowers picks it. And he will bring it out past the 20-yard line. Well, they thought they were going to break the tie. The defense had other plans. They were already in field goal range, but boom, an interception.
I don't know if this was a case of being a little bit too greedy with the opportunity to put points on the board, but give credit to the guys on the defensive side. Hung in there, battled, and made a key play.
Just over 30 seconds to go in the half. They've got it 1st and 10. He hits his target, Lockett. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. Now the Seahawks call the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jason Verrett. And a potential turning point as he'll get the football in very good field position late in this 1st half.
Intercepted. The Niners take over 1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
So after the INT, it's Garoppolo. Completes it to the tight end, Kittle. And he gets it down a yard or two shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
Brings up 2nd and 2.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Garoppolo. The same target, same result. It's Kittle. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. So a big play before the end of the half to get him into this spot, and they cash in with 3.
How about the 1-2 to the solar plexus on that one? The big play, the field goal, not much time left on the clock. That's the way to go into the half.
4 seconds, all that remain here this first half as the kick gets away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line, so bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision, loses him about 4 yards.
21-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And Wilson's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by the safety, Jarquiski Tartt. And he will be brought down as time has now run out on this first half of action. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. Thank you, sir. A field goal separates these two teams as we come back for this second half. The Seahawks trailing, but they will have possession first here as we resume action in the 3rd quarter. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership.
We've seen these defenses make enough opportunistic plays to keep this one low scoring. Flying around, making plays on the ball, and we see yet another errant throw as a result.
And this will be incomplete. Philip Dorsett, the intended receiver. And that'll make it 3rd down.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
Eluding the pressure right. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked by Tarvarius Moore. And he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line. First possession of the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down. On the handoff, this is Mostert. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Sets him up nicely. 1st and goal. It was a pickup at 14.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. 2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Jordan Brooks able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
2nd goal, last thing you need to do is get pushed backwards to take a sack. But he couldn't find anywhere to go with the football. Had to eat it and ended up on the ground.
65. 12.
Garoppolo now on 3rd and goal. He'll get this into the hands of Mostert. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. He did his best to just get 4 out of that, but not enough. And now 4th down.
That's certainly playing down a distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath by all means.
So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do give 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays, and when they have these types of kicks, then no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
At their own 19-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. 39 yards there, a big one.
A 39-yard gain.
Play action. Now Wilson. Dancing to his left. And that's incomplete.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Wilson. Flush to his right. On the run, he'll let it go deep. Got a man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. They'll get 34 yards there. They'll try and run forward with Penny. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle.
Touchdown.
A 5-yard touchdown run. And the Seahawks are now just an extra point away from moving out in front. And he was excellent on that drive. He deserved to be the one to get across the chalk.
Oh, I agree with you totally. A workhorse on the drive. And how about that last decisive run to punch it in?
49ers.
The extra point hits the left upright but goes through anyway. And that will put them on top here in the 3rd. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Mostert now to return. And he returns this to the 22.
The Niners take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6. Mostert hit, and he drops the ball. And the Seahawks have picked it up.
Nothing here.
And they bring this one back. It's a fumble recovery and a Seattle touchdown.
Jason Myers for the extra point.
This was a close game. They needed a little breathing room. Boy, they got it right there on that return for a touchdown.
Yeah, we would say that this could be huge. Forget it. It was huge. Gave him a comfortable lead.
Myers connects on the PAT, and the lead is up to 8.
Michael Dixon to kick off for Seattle.
And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And let's just say they're going to be looking to start over on this drive. A few moments ago, they were in the exact situation, but their first play led to a fumble that was returned for 6.
Yeah, you definitely have to have a short.
And he is going to be taken down. And that should be the final play of this third quarter. Jaron Reed muscles his way in for the sack.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21.
13.
Another try after the first down sack. Garoppolo. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off by Jamal Adams. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. So this defense doubling its pleasure there. Remember, they had the fumble return for a score earlier in the game, and now this time an interception return for another score. And the lead is up to 15 now.
Makes the score Seahawks 28, 49ers 13.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. We'll see if they can band back together after the pick six. It hurt badly, but still within striking distance. A two-score game with a good chunk of time on the clock. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down.
36-yard line.
A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. Over the middle to Kittle, complete. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. That one goes for 24 yards. Garoppolo finding his tight end Kittle. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down.
It's now second.
And yet again, it's Garoppolo. Samuel bringing in the slam. And it's a fumble. And the Seahawks have picked it up. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line.
Brandon, I don't want to violate any of our broadcasting rules by declaring a game over before it's over. But that one, that puts them in real jeopardy there.
Absolutely. It was a two-possession game. It is a two-possession game at this stage in the fourth. They needed points out of that drive.
And obviously now, no chance at all to get those points that they so desperately needed.
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
On the tackle. A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
From the gun, it's Wilson.
3-yard line.
Stepping up, he'll try and run. The rushing numbers for Wilson maybe down from earlier in his career, but he's still a threat to go, showing it there, picking up the first down. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball.